Should be good. About right there. I forgot this stand doesn't go forward. Oh well. About right there. I should get the mics too. Where are the mics at? Microphone check. What up, what up, what up, guys? Let me get this mic installed so we're not over here echoing everywhere. All right, can you guys hear me okay? Mic check, mic check. Saying it's working good. Welcome in, guys. I actually need to put it up on my phone too. Let me see. Hold on. Can I go on my own live? Is that a thing? Okay, yeah. Actually, bet. Everything sounds good. And I can read from over here. Say what's up in the chat. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Going to be wiping the bike down today. I need to get my dog a bath because she is itchy. She's been scratching a lot lately on her skin. Must be getting dry. She likes to jump in the pool and get in the pool sometimes. What up, Thomas? How you doing? Idaho? London? Okay. We got the London people up in here. Let's go. So it's the evening time for you guys over there, huh? Me and wifey went on a ride today. She basically stole this bike from me. As much as I love this bike. I actually got a video I'm going to be posting up. I did some more mods to it. Some of you guys might be able to tell what's been done. Some of y'all may not. But there will be a video going up soon. I've got like 4 or 5 videos that I've already done that I just haven't posted up yet. I'm super busy and trying to get them edited and all that other stuff done. It takes a little bit of time. How was the meet in Mesa? It was dope, man. It was a really good meet, actually. I got some content from it for it, but it didn't look that good because obviously it was a nighttime thing. Wifey ended up bringing one of the bikes, but there was a huge accident right before the meet, and people were driving crazy. Even me in the car, when I was taking all the stuff up there, I almost got hit a few times. So I had wifey just set back for a little bit until the accident died down, but then more accidents were caused because of that accident, because of the way people were driving. And so she didn't really get there till later, and she had all the cameras and everything. But it still ended up being a good meet. A lot of people came by, got some good followers. A lot of people got some merch, so it was a good turnout. We got invited to some other upcoming meets as well for other companies and organizations, so it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, my dog, she's been licking herself and scratching a lot today. I'm going to have to give her a bath again. Houston, what up, Houston? Who's that? Yeah. Houston is in the building as well. London and Idaho. I appreciate y'all. How have you guys been liking the content so far? Pretty good. I know I got to get better at like the editing and adding some like mean clips and stuff in there. It's just that I'm really pressed for time. I've tried to hire a few videographers, and they're just not like, nobody wants to do a full-time like salary pay, which I get. It's hard because, you know, if you haven't been like doing YouTube for a while, like we're still fairly new to YouTube, especially for the long form content. It's kind of like not worth it for somebody to give up their other clients to strictly be with you and work for you mainly, even though you're paying a good salary. Because at any given time, you could just be like, okay, YouTube is not for us, and then leave, and then they have to rebuild their whole business all over again. So I get it. But right now, we're going to be moving soon again anyway. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. But it's this one guy I've been trying to use for almost a month now, and like our schedules just never line up right. And then, or something happens. Like each time I was going to use them for some stuff, something will happen with one of the bikes or something like that. So I'm like, brother. But yeah, I subbed. Thank you, appreciate you. Welcome. Just cleaning the bikes right now. I try to keep them clean. I never let them get dirty because then I got to do like the full wash. And I do not want to do that. I have too many vehicles to keep clean. I have to keep the cars clean. I can't find a good detailer out here for the cars, so I have to wash the cars myself. And then obviously keep the bikes clean myself. We have 3 bikes. Looking at getting another one soon. But I might wait, honestly, until after we move to get another bike, because then there's going to be more stuff that I have to move. But this bike isn't that dirty. I rode the ZX6 today, dude. That bike is so fun, but it's so loud. The car, though, I cannot hear. Like, once you get to like 88 miles an hour, I cannot hear my wife. I hear her, but I cannot make out what she's saying. It's because, you know, the RPMs are super high on those bikes. They're not, they don't have the longer gears like the 1000s do. So at that mile, I mean, you're pinging it when you're on a 600. And that aero exhaust just drones like crazy. And she would always tell me, I can't hear you, or I can't understand what you're saying. Now I get what she meant by that. So, but it was super fun riding that bike today. We rode for about 2 hours this morning. So we had a good time. I've been getting her to ride more. Again, she's been riding the ZX10. She likes the Ducati, but she likes this bike better. The Ducati, she said, is a little too torquey for her. And it's a little bit harder for her to ride, but she just likes the way this bike feels in general over the Ducati. But she did ride the Ducati last night to the meet. So, but bike to choose to ride, the one she likes the most is this one. That's why she's stealing it from me. That and this was going to be my track bike, but pretty sure we're going to go with the RC4. Even though this bike is right now with it tuned and everything I have done to it, it's just as good as the RC4. And this doesn't even have like the all-in suspension, no electronic suspension. I got the Pirelli tires on here, so it sticks really good. The stock tires were some Bridgestone tires. They were okay. I didn't have any problems with them when I did my first track day with them, but I like being on the track when I don't have to worry about my tires. So I just threw the Pirellis on there and just called it a day. That way I didn't have to worry about it at all. Let's see. What else you guys got from me? What questions y'all got? What do you guys want to see more of? I know like YouTube is putting in a lot of new rules, which I'm kind of glad I'm not really like into the hooligan stuff, doing all the crazy stuff, because a lot of that stuff's going to get demonetized. And now they're talking about shadow banning people who post that type of content, where they're doing like the crazy dangerous riding and stuff like that. So some of these guys are going to have to like redesign the way that they do stuff, or find another way to earn money off of the views for their motorcycle content, if that's like primarily the things that they post about, which sucks because it is what it is. I get why YouTube's doing it, but those are the easier views to get, I would say. But hopefully more people just start going on the track and having fun that way. That's what I do. I'm a very boring rider when I ride on the street. I just kind of talk to you guys, vibe out, have a good time. And that's it. So you guys give me like topics to talk about. I'll just do like a moto vlog. I'll go outside, ride super early in the morning. We'll talk about the topic that you guys commented about, give my 2 cents or expertise or lack thereof on the subject, and call it a day. But other than that, it's just going to be pretty much events, rides if I ever do any, and I think that's about it. Track days, bike nights, yeah. I was thinking about doing like some stunt lot stuff where we do wheelies, or show you guys me doing wheelies, because I figured that wouldn't be a bad thing with YouTube, with me doing wheelies and stuff in a stunt lot. But I heard that that's not a good thing either. So I never try to do like wheelies and stuff in my videos. I've done like some small ones here and there, but nothing crazy because we're still fairly new with the long form content on YouTube. And I do not want to deal with any bans or shadow bans or anything crazy. So I try not to post that type of stuff to get me demonetized, you know? But yeah. I like cleaning these bikes right after the ride because it's just so much easier to keep them clean. Like super quick wipe down. No streaks or nothing. Wheels aren't that dirty. It's easy to keep clean, man. I try to do that with the cars too, but it never works out for the cars. Because the main thing that gets dirty with the cars is the wheels. The wheels get super dirty after you wash it. You guys can't even see me. I just realized that. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Reposition this. There we go. No. Don't lick that girl. You go get sick. Let me close my daughter's door because she be screaming when she be playing these video games. I'm on live, okay? My daughter, man. She be loud with her friends. Ugh. All right. Now you guys can see me. Whoops. Don't drop it. Oh, crap. What did I do? All right. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So, topics, subjects, what y'all got for me? Questions. What we talking about today? How's the chain look? Yep, still clean. Usually clean my chains once a week. Unless it's like super dusty and windy when I go out for a ride, then I usually clean it again that day. Or the following day. I'm pretty big on chain maintenance. And then we do everything. We clean everything the day before a track day and the day after a track day for sure. We gotta make sure that we keep everything nice and clean for safety purposes, obviously. I was gonna get some better wheels for this bike, but now that it's going to wifey, I don't know if I'm going to or not. If she wants them, I'll get them, but this is pretty much just going to be her street bike. So, and her ZX6 is going to be her track bike. So I can pretty much see her being like, I need some nicer wheels for the street and for when we go to events and stuff, because these wheels really do suck. And it'll help with weight reduction. Not that she really needs it, since it is just a street bike, but it will look a lot cooler with some better wheels for sure. It's a quiet chat. How many we got in here? 16. Y'all don't got nothing for me? Thank you for the 4 people who liked the live so far. I appreciate you guys. You need to go outside? I think my dog's skin has been bothering her. She hasn't really eaten much today. She ate a little bit, but not too much at all. Okay. Let's get this front stand on. Okay. Boom. Good to go. Man, we really are quiet today. I'm not missing anything, right? Nope. You guys are just quiet. That's what's up. I wish I could play music on YouTube as well in the lives, but unfortunately, we cannot. All right, that's definitely going to fold. This front wheel looks pretty clean still, actually. What all supplies do you use when you're cleaning your bike before you set up? I use like car stuff, honestly. Car stuff is always the best stuff. This is a Ultimate Quick Wax Hydro Polymer Technology, whatever. Just this, nothing crazy, honestly. Other than that, I use the same. If I like wash my bike with a bucket, I use the same stuff that I use on my car. There's usually some type of soap with the wax in it. And then I just keep it coated. So like today we went on a ride for like 2 hours. If I didn't wipe the bike down already, I would have showed it to you guys. You can see how clean it is. The protection works really good because out here in Arizona right now, bugs are crazy. Like our visors and everything get destroyed. But even when we come home, when I do wipe the bikes down, the bugs come off super easy because it has like that layer of protection with the wax and stuff. So it just makes cleaning it so easy. And then like right now, I literally just cleaned this whole bike in probably like 10 minutes. Just right after. It looks perfectly good. Most of the spots that didn't have anything wrong with it, but I still just wiped it down, put another coat of polish on it. And yeah, that's about it. But bikes are a lot easier than cars if you keep up with them. If not, then it can be just as annoying as cars, but still faster to clean though. I have an 05 Ninja 636. Let's go. Cowie gang. But yeah, if you need like an up close thing, this is literally, I use this on my cars and my bikes. when I wipe it down. If I have to clean it first, obviously we use the soap with the wax, wash it, clean it, and then I wipe it down with this. So it has that layer of wax and protect it. My cars all have, what do you call it though? Ceramic coating. So it makes it even easier to clean and wipe off. And yeah. I like Mother's Car Care products. I never even heard of that. But whatever works for you, most of this stuff works pretty well. You have a good nap or what? Uh huh. I thought you were gonna stay asleep a little bit longer. You're only asleep for like 40 minutes. Yeah, you weren't asleep. I was telling everybody that you stole my bike from me. She stole my ZX10. And then you guys will see the videos and stuff. The video, I'm going to post it up today on all of the mods that I got done. I recorded it earlier today. So I will basically be wearing this essentially in it. Check them out, or even the Chemical Guys. They have some really good stuff. Yeah, I used to get my stuff from Chemical Guys too, and then the Chemical Guys by our house out there shut down. So now I just go to O'Reilly's. I grab that, or Walmart. Walmart sells this too. It's just as good. I have no issues, not one complaint. It does what I want it to do. It protects really well. So, I mean, if you find something that works, there's no need to change it. There's a lot of good products out there. There's not one I think that's like significantly better than any of the other ones where it's like, yo, you got to use this one. Now, if you're using the cheaper stuff, then yeah, there's a lot more stuff that's a lot better. But when you get to like mid to high quality, like cleaners and stuff like that, I think they're all about the same. And I've used some high end stuff. We've gotten sponsorship with the cars with some of like the high end stuff, and it does not clean any better than the mid level stuff. So I'm like, They're like, oh yeah, this is going to protect for this much longer, or is this much stronger, and my car gets just as dirty with either one of them when I'm driving it. So I've never like you. The only thing I know for sure that works really well is ceramic coating. That's it. But when it comes to like day-to-day cleaner, I don't think anything's better than the other when it comes to mid-level and high-level cleaners. How many miles? My 636 has 3,900 on it, and I have to replace the stator. Stators, man, those get crazy. I think my wife's bike right now, after 4 months, she has like 1,800 miles on it already. Me on the ZX10, which wifey's been the one riding it lately. Oh, the odometer, I have to go through all the freaking things to see it again. Let me see. I have to go through all these rider modes to get it back to the regular one. Yeah, 1,816 miles in 4 months. We bought these back in the middle of May. Yeah, mid-May. So June, July, August, or September. So yeah, pretty soon by like the 17th of this month, we would have had the bikes for 4 months. Riding season in North Dakota, just a short riding season. Oh, has a short riding season? Yeah, you can ride pretty much year round out here. Certain days you can't, like with the rain and stuff, but if you don't mind the heat, you can ride. But even then, even when it's hot, you just wake up early in the morning and get out there before it gets too crazy. But yeah, that's a good thing about like Cali, Arizona, and some of the other states. You can ride year round. Some states, if you get a lot of snow and the winters are brutal and super cold, then no, because obviously lack of traction and all that other good stuff. And then with snow, you get a lot of gravel as well. But yeah, that's about it. She's all clean. The only thing I have to do, I guess, if I really wanted to, but the chain looks super clean right now. I need to get new sprockets. I don't like stock sprockets. I hate the way they look. So I'm gonna get a new vortex sprocket. I don't think I'm gonna change the teeth on it on the rear. I'm not gonna do the front because it's hidden. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get like a vortex or some type of rear sprocket for this bike and swap that out. Still thinking about the clip-ons. Wifey says she's good with these ones, but I might do some more clip-ons and get them just a little bit more straight. But we'll see. She really likes the positioning on these right now. So Have you ever heard of using a clay bar for your bike? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do clay on cars and bikes. But it helps fill a lot of the, what do you call it? Trying to get these domino grips to be even. It'll feel like the swirls and scrapes and stuff on the bike too when you apply it. These ones move a little bit. It might be better for me to move this up actually. Wifey be having that death grip, man. When I ride the bike, they never move. When she rides it, she gets the death grip, so she tends to move the grips around. Yeah, that's about even right there. That side's easier to move than the other one. That looks about good, right? I have OCD about certain things. I like things to be as symmetrical as possible. I'm always adjusting stuff. Cat, she hates what I do sometimes. It bothers her that I'm anal about it. All right, there we go. That looks like pretty spot on. I got the same grips. I put the color and it's on the side facing upward. Okay. So the domino is perfectly facing backwards, basically. Are you going to keep the original fairings there? Yeah, I don't see a reason to change these unless I go full race. But this one is going to be wifey's new street bike now. I'm going to get the RS-V4 and probably make that my track bike. But we'll see how everything works out when we get there. But yeah, these fairings look nice. I like them. Let my dog back in. But yeah, you guys like these fairings? What is it? Did I miss that, or is that just like something wrong with the fairing right there? Nope, that was not something wrong. That was legitimately something just there. Till I'm contemplating getting the RS-V4 factory. I have no clue why. It's 10K cheaper than any other leader bike, and it's the flagship to the electronic suspension. It makes no sense why it's cheaper. Dude, that bike has better electronics than any other bike on the market right now, literally. You could put that thing in first gear and gun it all the way, and the front tire will not lift up, I promise you. And it feels good. It is a heavier bike. There's pros and cons to everything. It's heavier than this bike. It's heavier than the Ducati. So what you will lack in corner speed will make up with the electronics because you can get in there and go. Katana, leave him alone or you're going to go on your cage. He does not want to be bothered with you, girl. Get. He's trying to go to sleep. Leave him alone. My cat's picking on my dog. What's going on here? Nothing. I was just wiping the bike down. I just realized I wasn't even in frame. I'm sorry. And so it's all clean. Just here talking, chatting at this point, hanging out with you guys. Notice on some of your rides you have the speed visible. You're not worried about that, no, because here on the as long as like when you are like you see how I try to keep like a calm, cool voice when I do that stuff. I don't try to be like going crazy, screaming and making it seem like I'm having a super good time. That kind of like muffles out what you're doing. But I've only done it on a few of my videos because of the tune, right? And I try to make sure it's in the safest spot possible. If you notice on those two, the camera's facing more towards the speedometer and not what's going on around me. So that way it doesn't look like I'm on a highway during those points. It just focuses mainly on the speed and stuff. So I try to be like a little discreet about it. But yeah, I've only done those strictly because of the tunes, and it was just for content. But I usually ride about 80s. So I don't worry too much about it. When you're doing it a lot in all your videos, and it's, yeah, that could be an issue for you. So you just got to be smart about how you do things. But I think I got two videos like that. The when I tuned this one, and then when I tuned the Ducati, and then I've done like some light pulls here and there. But yeah, future videos. If I do anything like that, or I notice it while I'm watching the videos, what my speed is, I'll probably start blurring it out. My Dream Ninja zx10r, dude, these bikes are amazing. Hands down the best bikes. As soon as you tune this bike, it's a whole other animal. All you have to do is, if you're a track person, get some aftermarket suspension, upgrade your brakes, and you're pretty much set, bro. Like, you can compete with anything with this bike, honestly. Legitimate. I would buy this bike again if well, I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't have to, but my wife, she's really drawn to this bike. She likes this bike better than a Ducati. So for her, she doesn't want to change it, or she wants to keep this one. And I will buy it again and make it a track bike, but I don't want to have the same bike twice. So, and I really like the RSV4, and it's a lot cheaper than a Ducati too. So the RSV4 is going to be good. And also the fact that the RSV4 is just as good as this bike, is not restricted stock. So I don't even have to tune the RSV4. All I need to do is the exhausts for some sound. It already has good suspension, electronic suspension, has good brakes. I could probably swap out some pads and get some stronger pads if I really wanted to, but everything felt good to me. So yeah, that's probably about it. Just an exhaust and a servo buddy to keep the check engine light off if it does come on from the exhaust. But yeah, I love this bike. It's an amazing bike. What's you guys' dream bikes besides the guy that likes the ZX10? Who's got a dream bike? I'm curious to see what you guys like. Who likes the Aprilias? How do you guys feel about the Aprilias? Is it like a bike that you guys like? Would you guys like to see it on the channel? That will be a bike that's like literally just for me. It will be a track bike. But if you guys like it, I could make content with it on the channel. But if it's something that a lot of people don't like, then I probably wouldn't really use it too often. Pros and cons, they literally are both the exact same bike. They do really well. The I was about to say the ZX6. The Ducati V4S has a taller profile tire. So instead of a 255, it has a 260. So it's a very tall tire, which makes the bike stand a little bit taller too, but it dips into the corners seamlessly. Like, it just, when you start to turn, the bike just falls over because of the taller profile. So cornering feels a lot more aggressive. I personally like that. Is not for everybody. As to where the RSV4 has I think a 255 or a 190/55. Like, this is a 190/55. So it's very smooth and it's easier and more predictable on how it goes. The Ducati, you kind of have to adjust to. I like either or, but I do like the fact that the Ducati just falls in. It just makes cornering easier for me, and I enjoy it. Is it raining outside? Legit? Babe, it's raining. I haven't seen any clouds. It did look a little thing, but it's probably, the clouds are probably right over our house. But yeah, so the bad part about the Ducati is the performance in a lower RPM sucks. So if you're coming out of a corner in second gear and you're trying to get on the gas, it stutters. It has like a little shake to it. It's like little laggy, not as responsive as the Aprilia, as to where the lower RPMs, you can just gun that thing and it's going to respond the way you want it to. and give you everything. Same thing with this bike. That's why I was saying I like this bike a little bit more than the Ducati as well. But once you figure out how to counteract that on the Ducati, then you're good. Then they're all about the same. It's just personal preference. It's like you can pick apart little bits and pieces, but you can pretty much ride all of the bikes, I feel, the same once all the performance is there and equal. So I like the RSV4 because of how good it is stock. It's literally equivalent to this bike and the Ducati after I put a lot of money into it to get them to perform that way. But the RSV4 is just that way out the box, period. No tuning required, nothing. It's just that good of a bike as soon as you get it. This bike's super restricted. This bike was more restricted than the Ducati. When I got this bike tuned, it was like I was riding a completely different bike. And then on the Ducati, I noticed that there are some things that were about the same, and then I noticed where the performance increased at. So Ducati was kind of like a little bit better, but not too much better drastically. Like this was a huge difference. And then the Aprilia, again, is as good as both of these bikes without doing anything. So I wouldn't feel the need to tune it. I wouldn't feel the need to get more power out of the bike because it's pretty much perfect for me. This is just my opinion. Performance-wise, it's perfect for me out of the box. You just need an exhaust for some sound, servo buddy or whatever to keep it off of the thing. If you tune it, obviously it can be better, but what are you really going to do with that extra power? I'm not a professional MotoGP World Superbike rider, so getting that tune, I will never be able to or use the bike the way it's intended to use with that amount of power anyway. So I would just save my money. But with these ones, yes, you need this. You for sure need to tune because it's just so much better and more responsive. How did you find out that you don't need to flash RSV4? That is kind of attractive since I don't live anywhere remotely near someone who flashes. What do you mean? How do you? It's just I rolled one at the track. I have a video on here where I demoed it at the track. And so after having this bike, and then also it was my first time on the track with my Ducati after the tune, and I kind of compared the two on the track. The RSV4, I got on there and it just rode the way I liked it to. The Ducati, I had to adjust to. But they're both phenomenal bikes. But the reason why you don't have to tune it is because it's that good stock. The stock tune that it has on it is good. It's not a very restricted bike at all. Somebody keeps calling me. Let me see. How is this? I think it's my kids. Oh, hold on, guys. My son's calling me. Yo.
What you doing?
I'm on live right now on YouTube. I was just making sure you didn't need it wasn't like an emergency or something.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it was always hard to go.
Oh, okay. I'll come back I'll come back in a little bit. I'm on live right now though.
I'm gonna go to the store and get a TV or something.
Oh, did you find it and see?
Huh?
Did you see if they had one, like a monitor?
No, I'm just going to Walmart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just get whatever and then just let me know how much it costs.
Appreciate it, Father.
Huh?
Appreciate it, Father.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, then. Later.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. My bad job. My son's in boot camp right now. Not boot camp. He just got to his new command, so he just got his room and everything. And he needs some stuff like a TV and a PC. He likes to game and stuff. He left all of his stuff out here, so we got to ship it out there. Said, nice, that's good to know. What about C positions or throttle response on the RSV4? You seem to instantly know a difference. Yes, the RSV4 throttle response is immediate. Like there's no lag, there's no delay, and it's very smooth. Like the way the electronics is set up, it gives you the power you want based off your throttle input. So if you have really good throttle control, that bike is going to feel amazing to you because it's going to be giving you exactly what you want, how you want it. And that's what I like about that bike. Same thing with this bike now that it's tuned. Like whatever I'm thinking, the amount of power I want the bike to have coming out of a turn, going or whatever, However I twist that throttle and imagine the power that I'm going to get, that's exactly what I get. That's the best way that I could explain it because everybody feels their bikes differently. So I'm trying to put it in a way to where everybody can understand like what I mean by it. So whatever I'm thinking and what I expect the bike to do power wise when I'm getting on it is exactly what I get from this bike and the Aprilia. The Ducati, on the other hand, feels a little more torquey. So it's like it's giving me that, but then like a little bit more, but controllably. Like I don't feel like I'm out of control with that bike. But it's like, okay, she's spicy, as some people say. She's a little more spicier than this bike in the Aprilia because of the way the torque is distributed in the power. So that's the only thing about that. But again, with the electronics and stuff, it's good. It's controllable. You never feel like you're out of control. It just, with this bike, it's you just adapt and adjust to this bike and the Aprilia faster. Obviously, this bike after the tune, the Aprilia stock. But when you adjust to the Ducati, I feel like Ducatis are bikes you have to adjust to. But once you adjust, you love those bikes. Like they're really, really good bikes. It's just like when I rode this bike for the first time tuned, I felt like I was riding this bike forever. Same thing with the Aprilia. When I got on that bike, I felt like that bike was made for me. When I got on the Ducati, I was like, shit, this bike's a beast, but it feels good, but I have to adjust to it. So hopefully that helps you guys understand like what I mean. I'd never been on a V4, but I had inline four and 1199 L twin. How different is V4 engine? Uh, Honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't like to explain engines to people because I feel like even with cars and bikes and stuff like that, feel is different. That's why I try to break things down in a way that people can understand because everything feels different to everybody. Um, like I get in a car and I'll say this car feels planted, it feels good, it feels like that. And then you'll see other people get in that car, they're like, I don't feel like I'm in control of the car. And I'm like, what? So it's the same thing with the RSV4. Like it's a very planted bike. The Ducati is a very planted bike, and this bike's a very planted bike. You feel planted with good tires. But then other people get on it and they say, I don't feel planted, or I feel like this, or I don't feel it in the rear. I feel like the front. I can't feel the front, but I feel the rear. I feel everything on these bikes. But it's like a skill level thing too. Like how long have you been riding? How many different bikes have you ridden throughout your life? And like what's your experience level? So I think that plays a big factor as well. But I would say you would just have to ride them to kind of figure out what feels different to you. Katana, leave the cats alone. They're trying to sleep, girl. What other questions you guys got? Oh, did you guys enter my question? I don't know. I was on the phone. Do you guys want to see the Aprilia on the channel, or because I'm gonna get the Aprilia regardless? But like I said, it's a bike that I'm getting for me for the track. But is it something that you guys want me to like make content with? Obviously, I'll do like my track day content with it, but I could do street content. I could ride on it. I think I'm going to be demoing it next week on the street versus the track. And then the dealership also was asking me to do a demo for the Aprilia, the 660, the 2025, 2026 660. So they wanted me to do a demo for that too. Have you ridden an H2? No, but I do plan on getting one next year. I want to see it on track and street. The Aprilia? All right, I got you. We should be doing one next week. If the weather is good next week, I will do a demo for the RSV4 on the street because I'm curious to see how it feels on the street too. I saw a couple of reviews where they reviewed the M1K, the V4S, and the Aprilia factory, and all the riders all agree that the Aprilia is better on the street and the track over the V4 and the BMW. So I have not ridden a M1000 on the street or on the track, so I can't give my opinions on that. I do know a lot of people say that those bikes are overhyped. I believe that they're good, amazing social media bikes because of the way that they look. But performance-wise, especially like the new M1000, those are way too overpriced, and I have a full carbon body like the previous gen. So I personally wouldn't want to spend $45,000 on an M1000, especially if the performance isn't as good as the price that I'm paying for. Because my Ducati was 33,000. I think after taxes, crate, and all that other stuff, I think I paid close to 40. So if you're buying an M1000 and that's 45,000 starting, you're at like 50 something thousand after taxes and setup and all that other stuff. So I was like, nah. The RS660 for track, dude, that's an amazing bike. I got a couple of my friends that race. If you guys saw the very first track day thing with the Ducati, the two bikes that I showed you guys, Gio and Gene, those guys ride the 660s, and they're fast on those bikes, man. They're super fast, but they're professional racers too. They race Moto America and all that other good stuff. But they're fast on those bikes. Those bikes are quick. Both of them have two bikes, obviously, because they're professional racers. So if they crash one, they got a backup bike. But yeah, completely built motors, everything. Those freaking things are quick. Very, very light. You could carry so much corner speed in those bikes. It's ridiculous. That's why I like the 600s too. But that one's like an underpower 600, super light. I think they do like 90 to 95 little horsepower. So power to weight ratio is crazy. Especially once you take the fairings and all that other stuff off, headlights, taillights. I'm riding RS457 on track right now, but might trade up. I've never even heard of that bike. But there's a lot of bikes I haven't heard of. What's up, Mom? Why you got your bag on? Where are you going? You going somewhere? No.
Don't mind me over here being a baby.
You getting some ice cream? Why don't you have your shoes on? Go put them on right now. You go get me and you in trouble with mommy. She go be like, "Why are you out here?" And she go yell at me like, "Why ain't you telling her you're spending the night?" Who else rides track in the chat? Anybody else ridden the track before? I'm gonna be giving out some track days and stuff too. Eventually, we're gonna be doing a giveaway for a helmet, another cardo, and one of our hoodies as well. I'm gonna do a live where we do a giveaway for each one. So we'll have different lives. We'll be doing different giveaways and stuff. So if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Stay tuned. Also subscribe to our Instagram and TikTok because we'll post in our stories on there about the giveaways and stuff like that. So that way you guys will know when they're coming. Came out 2024 parallel twin mini RS. Oh, okay. I have to look into it. Again, I just got back onto the bike scene 4 months ago. So there's a lot of bikes that have come and gone. What are y'all doing? Have a track day on Friday, actually, and was on the track last Sunday. That's what's up. I want to go back to the track soon. I want to take this bike again because I've gotten more comfortable at Podium Club, and I want to kind of push it this time and actually see what lap times I can get. Why is everything looking a little funky right now? Oh, okay, never mind. It just looks like that. But I really want to get that Aprilia, man. It's just we're about to move again soon. We already got 3 bikes. I got to try to move with this. That'd be a 4th. And then I don't want to put an exhaust on it right away. So, yeah. When we get the website's going to be back up next week with all the new merch and stuff. So support the channel. Grab some gear, some merch, and then we'll continue to build and do giveaways and stuff like that. This is the last month for the track in Midwest. Oh, so you guys' track season is ending. Ours was done from about June to this month. They just started opening the tracks back up again. I've just been doing private track days. So I've just been going as a guest or as a club member at the Podium Club for a day. It's a lot of money, but it's fun. Stop talking about the RSV board. You got me on the website. Really got my information for them to call me. Damn it, my bad, my bad. It's a good bike, bro. All these bikes are good bikes, low key. Like I said, for me, money wise, if I didn't have one of these already, like if my wife didn't want this bike and I was thinking about buying a track bike, it would be this bike again because it's still cheaper. Well, honestly, I forgot the RSV4. The base is actually the same price as this bike, so that would be a tough decision. I would probably go with this one still because it's lighter and parts are easier to get and cheaper to get. Everything's going to be cheaper on this bike. So yeah, I would probably still do this bike for a track bike, low key, because it's lighter, so I could carry more corner speed. It once it's tuned is just as good, and if I go down, parts are crazy accessible and easy to get. Versus the Aprilia, it's a little bit harder and more expensive. But I just really like that bike because I don't have to do anything to it but an exhaust. I don't got to do a tune. None of that crazy stuff. How do you get your lap times? All of my bikes have lap timers on them, honestly. But another way to do it, the way I've been looking at how I've kind of like figured out what I was running was when I record, I just time it, from when I cross the start finish to when I cross it again the second time. So I can see what my lap times are. But I wasn't even focusing on lap times this entire time. I just been focusing on body positioning, feeling good, comfortability, making sure I'm relaxed in the corners, because when you're at max lean, you want to be the most relaxed. You don't want to be tense or tight anywhere. So I've just been focusing on my mental game with that, like relax, 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 relax. We're in there, and then back on the throttle. So that's the main things that I've been focusing on, because you'll just naturally get faster from that. Because I think right now, my fastest time when I was on the Ducati was like a 154 at Podium Club. I was like in the low two minutes when I was just practicing on everything. And I can gain so much more time because you guys see I come off the gas at the start finish. I got so much more track ahead of me. Y'all can tell, like, as I'm coming up, I'm just coasting for like, I don't know how many feet. I could probably save 2 to 3 seconds on the front straight, 1.5 to 2 seconds on the back straight, and I could carry way more corner speed through the turns than I'm carrying. So I could probably do like 140s, 145 and up maybe. Because I think like the really fast guys are like 130 something. I don't think I'm that close to their speed. But yeah, no cameras allowed on helmets here at the track. Oh, I know there's a lot of track day organizations like that out here too. But again, I've been doing the private stuff. That's why if you guys see, my mirrors aren't even taped up. I don't put tape on my mirrors. I don't put tape on my headlights or anything like that, because it's private stuff, so they don't really care. It's just me out on the track. Or when I went with with Repulsor Veloce, they didn't trip about that either. There was like 7 or 8 of us on the track, so it was cool. But yeah, track organizations out here, a lot of them don't allow the helmet ones. They will allow you to have the ones on your bike though. So I have like, the mount back here. And then you can do the mirror mounts as well, or just tape it, or not tape it, but what is it called? Oh, damn it. What are they called? The mounts with the sticky stuff, the adhesive. I don't even know the proper term for it, but yeah. So a lot of track day organizations don't allow the helmet cameras on the chin. I just got my chin mount in yesterday for my Alpine Star helmet. I've been trying to remind myself to order that for friggin' weeks. I've had that helmet for Probably like a month and a half, bro. I have never worn that helmet with the bike yet because I don't have I didn't have the chin mount thing. So I finally got it. I probably need to honestly go to, or I mean, put my Cardo into that helmet too. So I need to swap my Cardo over into the helmet. Then I'll be set up. Then I'll be using that helmet primarily. But yeah, my Shui helmet's still good. My Shui helmet's probably going to go into retirement. I'm probably just going to try to go to like a MotoGP track and get people to sign it. I might paint it, get it painted white or black, like just matte or gloss black, and then just try to get like the Moto America racers I like, some MotoGP racers to sign the helmets, and then probably just put that one up. How do you get used to braking late before the corners? Just go a little bit further each time. Another thing I do is I practice on straightaways out here, back roads, like side streets where there's not a lot of cars. There's no entry or exit ways, right? Like nobody can come out on you while you're doing it. Get up to like 70, 80 miles an hour and then brake really hard to like 15 and then keep going. Those are the best ways to practice. So on the street, make sure you get a back street, side street, something like that, where there's no one really coming up and going, and just practice like that. If you're on the track, you're just pushing a little bit further each time. They have the cones. They usually have the 1, 2, 3. 3 is the furthest one out. And then after that, you just use landmarks. If you're not good enough to brake at the third cone, then where the 3 cones are, then just use a landmark. Like, okay, when I get here, I'm going to start braking. So like at the Podium Club, there's a wall along the front straight. So like right now, my braking point is crazy before I really even need to start braking. I come off the gas at the start finish. I start braking at the end of the wall. Sometimes even start braking right before or right after the start finish. And then you just push it back each time, a little further each time. Katana, no. Why are you licking the walls, girl? What's wrong with you today? What is on the wall that you need to be licking it for? What is your dream bike? The 2024 Ducati V4R. I just need to get one of those with a single-sided swing arm. I'm debating on getting that made. Actually, I need to text my sales guy. I need to ask him about that. I completely forgot. Can you see if it's true if you can still order the 2025 Ducati V4R with the single-sided swing arm from Ducati? If so, what is the turnaround time and how much? All right. So I just messaged my sell guy that sold me this one. Because there was another guy that was there. I had no clue about this, which kind of upset me because low key, I would have bought the 2025 R, because it still has a single-sided swing arm, it's the old body style, over the newer one. Because that was my dream bike. Because the Ducati was never meant to be my track bike. I would obviously put all my bikes on the track, but not to like ride hard, just to like cruise, have a good time. But as far as like looks and aesthetics, that's my dream bike, the V4R. I need that single-sided swing arm bad. How do you get used to corner? What is your dream bike? Probably going to be inflated price. I hope not, man, honestly. But we're going to see. We are going to see. But I know the 2026, they're showing the body style. It's going to be slight differences on the 2026 V4R. That one's going to be dope because that's the one that they actually raced. The V4S and the V4 are 1100 cc's. And then the V4R is the race version of it, the one you can actually race in the class. or the leader bike class is the V4R. So that one only has 1,000 cc's. So that's the difference between them. But they're supposed to be making some small adjustments. I saw some of the leaked pictures online of it with, you know, it's wrapped up. It's not showing the color and how it's going to look and all that other stuff. But you can see some differences in the swing arms a little bit up front. I think the vent might be a little bit different, but I could be wrong. But yeah, the intake. So we'll see when they release it. Oh man, I'm tired. I've been up since freaking 5 this morning. Went to the gym, went for a 2-hour ride. Been taking care of stuff. My daughter got your skin. Really? Sit. That's run. Hey, sit. That's your toe. Sit. Hey, sit. Good girl. Down. Down. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. You don't look red anywhere though. Are you sure? Why are you scratching so much? Normally, she'll get like a little reddish in her coat if her skin gets irritated. But you don't look irritated. Why are you scratching so much? I don't think there's fleas in Arizona. Ever think about travel with the bikes? Oh, I'm definitely going to be traveling with the bikes, 100%. I'm about to get a big old 3500 truck and a nice size trailer. Travel with all the bikes, put some merch in there, open the trailer. I want those trailers that open up, so I don't got to take any of this stuff out. It's going to open up, have a little bar right there, and it have little hangers and stuff in the back or across the front that shows what we're selling in the truck or out of the trailer. You guys could come up, buy some stuff. We'll do some rides, go out, do some track days for sure. That is the plan to travel. Different states, meet the people, show some love to the people that support the channel, host some events. So yeah, that is the ultimate goal. Come to Alaska? Sheesh, that's a tough one, buddy. I don't know. But if I have enough following out there and it'd be a good time, I could probably work something out for sure. But Alaska, man. Oh, I know. I had a Marine that was out there that was from Alaska. He got out of the Marine Corps and started doing underwater welding out there. I was like, dude, that's a crazy job. They get a lot of money though, but that's a dangerous job. Come to Kansas, I'm down. Come to Chicago. Chicago's fire. That guy, Brian 636 is out there. Y'all got some decent riders out there. I'd definitely be down to come to Chicago, show some love. Kansas, I don't know if you guys have any influencers out there. How big is the motorcycle scene out in Kansas? But yeah, traveling that is on the agenda 100%. I want to go to Florida. I think that's like the biggest motorcycle scene is in Florida. It's ridiculous out there. But I would never want to move out there because literally every influencer that does motorcycle content is out there. And I don't like humidity. Humidity is not it for me. Not sure we have one dude, I forgot his name. Oh, okay. I mean, as long as the scene is good, I don't really care about like what influencer out there. It'd be cool to collab with somebody when I do go to these different states, but I'm not really that big into collabs, honestly. I'm just mainly there for the people. So like if we could come out there, host an event with like either a dealership or like a maintenance shop or something like that and get out there and have a good time, I'd be down. Oh yeah, Fastlane D. Yeah, he's out there. He used to be in Texas. I think that's the reason why he moved to Florida, right? Was because it was just a better opportunity for him out there, if I remember correctly. I haven't been following him for too long. I just started following him like a month and a half, 2 months ago. He's a cool guy. We've exchanged words between comments. I think like 1 or 2 DMs. But yeah, he's super cool. Fast Flow KC. Oh yeah. Oh wait. So he's in Kansas. Huh? I've seen that dude. That dude is crazy. I like his content though. The bike night went really good, Jay. It was dope. A lot of people came out. Fast Flow KC. Yeah, that he's insane. He doesn't show his face though, but I like him. He's a cool guy from what I see. I've never talked to him or anything like that, but his content seems pretty cool. He seems like a pretty genuine guy. And a lot of these guys are young too. I don't know how old Fastlane D is, but I'm 42. So some of these influencers are legit old enough to be my kids. So yeah, I don't know how old they are. Fast Flow, I think he's pretty private. I don't think if you know him, then you'll probably know how old he is. But I don't think social media knows how old he is unless he says it. I've only seen a handful of his videos. Same thing with Fastlane D. I've seen a handful of his stuff. I'm not a big consumer of like social media. Young guy, Fast Flow. Yeah, he seems young. Probably like early 20s. Fastlane D, he looks young, but he works out a lot, so he looks young, but he looks like he could be older. So he's like in between, I would say like mid to late 20s, but he could also pass, I guess, for like early 30s, 30, 31. And then Brian 636, I have no clue how old he is. He used to be in the Marine Corps too, like me, but he served later than I did, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's some super cool content creators out there. And then there's some that are questionable, but you know, they provide entertainment that people like either way, whether I agree with what they do or not. And same thing with me, you know. My stuff's kind of boring, low key, because I don't be out here living on edge. Jixer, bruh, got into a bad motorcycle wreck recently. I've never seen his content. Like I hear people talking about him. I've seen him in like Fast ID videos. I've seen him in some of those videos with that other kid, Matthew Woods. He's another content creator I think that's pretty cool. Um, I don't think I follow him though, but I see his stuff pop up here and there. He talks a lot. I don't really see him writing or doing anything crazy. So a lot of his stuff is just like talking and communicating to his audience, which is good. He doesn't seem like he has an ego. He seems like a pretty humble kid. Yes. That wreck was super bad. Oh shit. Yeah, that dude, man. I heard like I guess I've never seen any of his videos. I know he does like stunting or whatever. But I heard like that dude be pushing the boundaries of his bikes and stuff and like constantly going like 160, 180 and stuff like that. I don't know how old he is either. I think he's another one of those like faceless people who doesn't show their face for obvious reasons. Nice bike, thank you. But all those guys seem cool, man. Like I said, I've seen Jixer, bruh, and some of Matthew Wood's videos. He just seems like a funny guy. It doesn't seem like he has an ego. I saw him in the one with Fastlane D where he was teaching him how to do the wheelies. Again, pretty cool guy. Obviously wanted to help his friend out. So it's just, man, it's just something about bikes that make people want to go fast and do crazy stuff. But I can't do it, man. I hope he's okay, though. I hope he makes it out okay. Bro Math, never ride his bike. Who? Who's Bromath? Oh, my sales guy isn't working today. He said he can see tomorrow. I think I'm going to call the dealership after I get off live. Somebody there is going to know. I'll ask them. Matthew Woods never rides his bikes. He got like a bunch of bikes. Saw a video. I think he has like an H2. I think he has a Ducati V4 too, right? I know he has an R6, a Grom. He's got too many bikes and I ride, bro. And I see him at like gas stations all the time. He has to ride to get there. I mean, he may not ride them in his videos, but I'm pretty sure he rides. That is why I'm glad my dad started me at 12 with motorcycles. Yeah, I started at 15. Yeah, he mostly talks about how dumb it is to buy like a Superbike because you're never going to be able to use it to the full capacity. True. I like Jixer, bro. Dude is insane. Yeah, like I've never watched his content, which is shocking. I don't know why he's never come up for me anywhere. I watch content with him in it. I don't consume a lot of social media, so I'm not like a scroller. I don't watch a lot of stuff. If I see some stuff here and there that pops up, then that's about it. I think he crashed his V2, or maybe it was a V4. Jixer, bro. But yeah, Matthew Woods, he definitely rides his bikes. He just probably doesn't do it on camera. Could be for obvious reasons. Obviously, he shows his face on his stuff, and he might do hooligan stuff. He might be out there riding 120 here and there, or just 100 miles an hour, which isn't that fast. But on social media, I feel like he doesn't want to promote stuff to the younger audience, glorifying speeding and stuff like that. Because obviously, as creators, we never want to be responsible for somebody trying to, imitate what we do and go out and hurt themselves. So if that's his mindset behind it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But his thought process on the leader bikes is true. You do not need a leader bike. They're fun to have if you're a responsible rider. But I feel like a lot of people who get these bikes are not. And with these electronics that are on these bikes, it makes people think that they're better riders than what they actually are, which that's the scary thing. Because then, right, if you want to start learning how to do wheelies and stuff like that on these bikes, you then have to turn those electronics that keep you safe off. You got to turn off wheelie control. You got to turn off traction control. And in your head, you've been riding this bike really good, but it's really the bike that's been doing all the work for you. And then you start going around corners and stuff with all these electronics off, and you try to gun it the way you normally did, and then you hurt yourself. Or just doing anything in general. So I agree. You do not lead a leader bike. Today my wife was riding this bike. I was riding her 636. I love 600s. You never need anything more than a 600 because that even you, as not being a professional rider, can push those bikes to the limits. You can get close to riding that bike to its potential, even as a non-professional rider. And then obviously professional riders can push those things to their limits. But yeah, I mainly watch people I follow. Exactly. Best sounding exhaust for the 2025 zx10r. There's a lot of good ones. This Arrow sounds freaking ridiculous. But I've also heard that the SE Project sounds really good. Actually, I don't think because I've heard the Yoshi. I literally think every exhaust sounds good on this bike. It's just note, like pitch and note, depending on what you like the best. But for me, Arrow you can't go wrong with the Arrow on any bike, which I've proven. I have an Arrow on this, I have an Arrow on the 636, and I have an Arrow on the Ducati. They all sound phenomenal. I like the Brockman and Carbon exhaust just for the sound. Yeah, I mean, there you go. It's whatever you prefer. It's all personal preference at the end of the day. The M4 GP, yeah, M4 sound good too. On the ZX6 and the ZX10. Katana, no. You got all your toys, girl, and you want to play with the cat's toys and rip them up. Much deeper. Yeah, I like the deep ones. My wife's the can that she has on her ZX6 is deeper than the one I have on my ZX10. It's sound, but the one on my ZX10 has like it almost has like a kind of like an exotic note to it, like an exotic, I guess like an exotic car in comparison to like a V8. Like hers is more like a muscle, like the Ducati sounds more like a muscle car, versus this would sound more like an exotic car. But the ZX6, that thing drones with the aero exhaust on the freeway. Like when you get to like 80, 88 and above on the Cardo, I can't hear shit. Like I can hear it, but I can't make it out. Little girl, can I help you? What are we doing right now? You're licking my socks. Then you're don't nibble on that. No. Why are you trying to nibble on my shift? Can I help you? I like your cap. Which brand? This is Adro. This is actually the company that made the body kit for my wife's M3. So when we got it and we got sponsored by them, they sent us some merch and stuff. Katana, what are you doing? Why are you trying to nibble on my bike, girl? Here's one for the bucket list. The Idle of Man TT race. You got to see it live if you ever seen it. On the YouTube. Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, those are crazy. Those dudes are beyond insane. You couldn't pay me enough to do that race, bro. A lot of respect for them, but I could not do that. Why are you licking everything, girl? She's licking my Crocs. Yeah, dude. Those dudes are like next level crazy. That's adrenaline at a whole nother level. Like riding on a track with nothing around you is people say you're crazy. Now imagine riding on that thing. Okay, Katana, go. You're doing too much because if you knock me off this bike, we're gonna have a problem. Cage, go on. You're doing too much. Cage. What's wrong with you today? Lay down. My dog's being a weirdo. Yeah, those guys are extremely crazy. But I just couldn't do it. Damn, did she drool on me earlier? This dog, man. I gotta give her a bath. She's being weird. She's licking the walls, licking my bike, licking my Crocs. What's going on? You got to come and watch it live? No, bro. Those, I cannot. You see like those racers and stuff or like people that do stuff and they're like close to the edge. Like I cannot, bro. If anything goes wrong, like that's it. You're done. That bike or that person hits you? Hell no. I'm straight. I will stay over here and watch it on TV. I get anxiety watching it on TV. I can just imagine seeing it in person. A bike flying by you at like 140, 160 miles an hour? No, sir. These dudes they be jumping their bikes, bro, going over hills at like 120. Jumping their bikes. Like, bro, this is not off-road sporting right here. That crap is crazy. I'm sorry, I can't do it. My dog's such a dork. Do you plan on doing anything else to the ZX10? Oh yeah, we got plans still. Especially since my wife stole it from me. We got to do better wheels. We'll see about clip-ons. I made a video today. I'm gonna be posting it up tonight of everything that I have done to this bike so far and how much I've spent total. So after I get off the live, I'll finish some editing with it, and then I'll post it up tonight. If not tonight, then for sure first thing in the morning. And then I got some other videos that I made from like a bike night and some other stuff that I got to do some editing on, get it together, and then post those up as well. But this one was like, it was super easy. It didn't require a lot of editing. So I just got to finish up a few other things on it, and then I'll be able to post that one up pretty quick. The other ones is going to take a little bit of time because I have to go through so much footage and, you know, take off the stuff where I'm just writing and not saying anything and just get the stuff where I'm talking the whole time. So those ones take a little bit more time because I have like over an hour to 2 hours, some of them 3 hours worth of writing material that I have to go through and then basically make it a 16 to 30-minute video. So yeah, it takes time. Is that a full exhaust or slip-on with mid-pipe? It's a slip-on with mid-pipe, 3/4. I'm thinking about doing the headers on this, but we'll see. Because it's wifey's bike, so she doesn't really need like all that power. We just need pretty much what I got for the future of this bike is cosmetics. The reason why I never changed out the levers because this was going to be a track bike. So it's like, why would I spend the money on levers now when eventually I could go down and then it's just, I'm gonna have to spend the money again anyway. So I just left these stock for now. But yeah, I'll probably get her some new levers. I was gonna do steel braided brake lines since I was gonna make it a track bike, but for her, I'm not gonna do it because it's primarily gonna be street. So I'm not gonna waste the money just for looks. It's not that big of a deal for me anyway. But we will do some levers. I won't give away all the new stuff that I got on here, but we're still gonna do some stuff to it. He said, "Let's hear it in my house." Y'all trying to get me in trouble. My wife would come out here and drop kick me. How safe are the clip-ons on handlebars? They're good. You just have to get a good company, but they do bend easier, a little bit easier than the stock ones. From my experience, it's been a while since I've used clip-ons, so I don't know the quality or strength. I haven't really looked into them just yet. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you crash, it doesn't matter whether it's stock or clip-on. Your bike hits the ground hard enough, it's gonna break regardless, so it doesn't really matter. How about the rear sets? There's rear sets on here. In the video, it will tell you guys which ones I got, and I'll let you, it has like a close-up of them and how they look and all that other good stuff. But yeah, this bike for the most part is done. We're gonna get some forged or carbon wheels. I don't really know what else to do other than that. Yeah, I don't know. That'll probably be about it. Maybe upgrade her brake pads. I'm not gonna do like a crazy build for a street bike just for the looks, because a lot of people build the bikes to get the rotors and the brakes and the steel braided brake lines and all that other stuff, and they get on these bikes and they never use any of that stuff for what it's intended for. Steel braided brake lines aren't necessarily a bad investment because, as you guys know, with braking with the rubber lines, they expand over time, and then they got about 4 to 5 years of life on them before you have to replace them. As to where steel braided brake lines pretty much last you a lifetime. So I might end up getting them, but there's just not a need for them right now on a brand new bike. But it's something that could come in the future. What tires are you running? The Katana? No, I have the Pirelli Supercorsa SP V4 tires. These are super good tires. Just ridiculously expensive, man. I think it's like $750, $760 for a set, bro. It's like literally, it makes no sense at all. What color wheels are you going with? Just carbon or black? I was thinking about gold. I got the same year you got. The gold ones would be dope. I do see a lot of people doing the gold, but it just is not my cup of tea. And I definitely don't think my wife would want the gold, but she might. I don't know. I would have to show her. But it's going to be up to her on what she goes with on here. If it's up to me, obviously she'll take carbon over either one. I do know that about her. But if we don't do carbon, it's either going to be the black or the gold. What kind of helmet you ride with? I have two. Oh, they're mine. Actually, I don't even know why I'm looking around here. I'll be right back. I'll show you guys the helmet in my new moto vlog setup. You guys should still be able to hear me, even though I'm walking away. This has a pretty good reach on it. But I have a Shoei X15, and then I have the Alpine Star R10. And I just got my chim out in yesterday for the Alpine Star helmet. So I just hooked everything up today. I had to use different attachments on the R10 though. Oh shit, I didn't even know that was in there. I had to use different attachments on this helmet because of the way the visor is set up. So I had to kind of push it down in a way on this one. But let me see, let me put this phone down really quick. So I have this one, the Shoei X15. This helmet's super sick. I like this helmet a lot. It's full of bugs right now, but this is the one I wore earlier. I still have the Cardo hooked up to it. That's why I was wearing it earlier, even though I swapped out for the other one. But super comfortable helmet. I like it. And then wifey has the same helmet as that one, but hers is just all white. And then I have the white with the carbon R10. And this is the new setup. So like I was saying, I had to add this piece, which extended it out low, because when it was up higher, the way this closes, it snaps into place. And the camera was legitimately right here. And so I couldn't tilt it forward or backward enough to get a good angle. So I added this piece here on to here. And then it pushed it out more and then lowered it down. So now it records good. So I tested the angles of everything earlier today. So it's good to go. And then when I needed to open the helmet, I have to push this in, but the camera was blocking it with the old mount that I had on the X15. So these are my helmets, but the Cardo will be over here, hopefully by tomorrow. We'll see. So those are the helmets. And then one of the helmets that we are giving away is a X15, a Shoei X15. I don't know what they call it, Shoei or Shoei. I used to call it Shoei back in the day. And then when I started riding again recently, they said it's called Shoei. So I don't know. Shoei is sick, bro, like that color. I don't know. I might give that helmet away too. But I don't know if anybody wants an old sweaty helmet. I was thinking about painting it black and just getting it signed. But I think if I do that, I might do like a Pista. Make it a little more valuable. Get a Pista carbon one. Just buy that and just get people to sign it and just put it like in a casing and just collect helmets over the years for the newer racers that are coming and going. Try to get some old heads to sign it. I definitely need Rossi to sign one of these helmets, bro. Rossi's my favorite racer. I wish I could get like a Troy Bayliss and stuff like that too. But the X15s are fire. Those are really good helmets. We have 3 of those helmets in this house. So, yeah, one is a giveaway helmet, one is mine, one is wifey's. Wifey had a Pista, and then she took it back. She didn't like the fact that the visor doesn't just stay up for the street, but she might buy another one again for the track because the way the pieces are made, they're designed strictly for racing. So it's either going to be up or it's going to be down. It's not meant for the street. That's why they don't have like the little clicks to hold it up. And that's why you can do that whole little thing and drop down. It's strictly a racing helmet. So some people know that, some people don't. Some people care and some people don't. Well, MM93, definitely after the 9 world titles, yeah. Marc Marquez is the man, bro. The championship is like, he's not even competing against anybody. It's just him, bro. That man is in his own league. It's like MotoGP riders and then him. I want to see if his brother's gonna get as good as he is, though. He's doing good in second over there. Katana, no. My dog is stalking my cat right now. They're best friends, but they fight all the time. I don't want them knocking me over on this bike. My girl cat, she don't really mess with Katana, but Link, my boy cat, him and her are BFFs. But when he'd be trying to relax, Katana's always trying to play with him, and he's like, "I'm trying to sleep." Oh, if he would have started with Ducati, he would have never lost, bro. I mean, realistically, the Hondas were always good too. Honda has been the front runner for a long time, but it's like Ducati was good when Casey Stoner was riding it, and then it progressively got worse. And then when Rossi got that bike, oh my gosh, bro, it was a nightmare for him. That is honestly what messed Rossi up. It messed up a lot of his confidence in riding because that bike just crashed so much. And I wish he would have just opted to be the number 2 rider with Yamaha. He could have won championships still and got his number 1 spot back, beat Jorge Lorenzo, and been good. But I think his ego kind of got the best of him on that one. He should have just sucked it up, stayed with Yamaha, won some more titles, and kept his confidence. But he went to Ducati, and Ducati at the time, man, was just horrible, bro. They just could not get it together. But when Casey Stoner came in, actually, no, my bad, no. When Marc Marquez came in, Ducati was still bad. No, he would have not knew. Because he was with Honda and he won a championship. He was the youngest MotoGP ever. The youngest freaking rider to ever win a title in MotoGP with Honda. So no, that would have not been good if he would have did it. Because when he came in, Rossi was with Ducati. So yeah, that would have been all bad. Yeah, Ducati, I don't know what they did with that bike by the time Rossi got there. They were messing it up with Casey Stoner. When he first got to Ducati, great bike. And then it just progressively got worse each year. He was losing and winning less and less races each year until he eventually went to Honda. And then he did good with Honda and then retired. And then Rossi was over there with freaking Ducati. Oh, man, it was all bad. It was a nightmare for him over there. But yeah, man. What tracks do you guys like? What tracks would you guys like to see me go out and do some track days on? I want to do Laguna Seca. I know the course was going to be scary as hell the first time I freaking go over there. Yeah, the Ducatis have always had that torque, man. They're torquey freaking bikes. They got a lot of power. They've always been a problem on the straights. I still like that battle at Laguna Seca between Rossi and Stoner. That was an epic battle. And then it was funny because I think there was a race between Rossi and at Laguna Seca with Rossi and Marquez. I think Marquez did the same thing to Rossi that Rossi did to Stoner in the corkscrew. Something similar to that. Magello is my favorite. That's fire. I like Magello. That's Rossi's track right there. But I don't know if I'll be able to do a track day out there. But I'm down to fly and go and see. Imagine being able to do a track day on every single track for the MotoGP series. That would be sick. I said, I think my phone thought I said the other word. He said, "Where's the wife? The whole reason we're here." I don't know. She's in the room doing something. It's cool, dude. I don't take offense to anything anybody says on social media. I'm just a chill, relaxed guy. Feel free to make as many jokes as you guys want. I'm pretty down to earth, bro. I'm not like on a high horse or anything or get offended easily. Did 13 years in the Marine Corps. And I've had some pretty strict parents and uncles, so I doubt there's very many things anybody can say to kind of get under my skin. You're a lucky man for real. Thank you. I appreciate that. My wife is luckier though. Ah, babe. Oh, damn, you deep in the room. Never mind. I thought you could hear what I was talking about. He said, nah, bro, don't be disrespectful. Thank you for your service, big dog. Yes, sir. Oh, they were saying that I'm lucky to be, because one of the guy, what's his name? JDK was like, where's your wife at? That's the real reason why we're here. And I was like, he's like, you're a lucky guy. And I was like, yeah, but my wife's luckier. And I was like, huh. But you're like deep in the room, so you can hear it. So you just gonna walk away? You're not gonna answer the question? You ain't gonna answer the question? Who's luckier, me or you? She said, huh? I said I was lucky. But I said, I said that you were luckier, but then you said we're both lucky. Oh, man. See, they say, hell yeah, bro, she's a lucky one. Ain't say shit. That's funny. She in the room doing something. Yo, anybody watch anime? This demon. Hey, babe, matter of fact, did you buy the tickets for tomorrow? Okay. What time? Bro. Why? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Thursday. Katana, why are you in my room, girl? Get your paws out my room.
Movie times
Really?
for that.
How was the tickets? Was it sold out?
No, there was like probably like 10 people in the theater.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Because I know it's selling out at a lot. Like some places, like Cedric, he bought his tickets like 2 weeks ago.
They're not big
Maybe not big in anime in Arizona.
Maybe more in the city, but the Hawatuki, no.
Oh, okay.
It's not cool at all.
Bet. What's your dream car that you don't have yet or bike? Dream car, I guess like an Aventador or a Revolto. Something like that. I just love the way those cars sound. They're shitty cars, don't get me wrong. The Aventador is a horrible car. It just looks good, sounds good, but the single clutch, it shifts horribly. Like people can shit on you in a car that's a fraction of the price, but I wouldn't buy that car to race or go fast. It's just, I honestly just love the way the car looks and sounds. But I would never in my head think to race like a M3, M4 that's like tuned, because I will get annihilated. But yeah. Dream bike, we talked about that earlier. That was the 2025, because it's the most recent, but it's that body style, the previous gen Ducati V4, but it's the V4R, so single-sided swing arm. But dream bike in general, or was just to own a Ducati, which I got the latest one, which is really nice. But I am going to buy a previous gen. So I'm talking to the sales guy right now. He's off today, but I'm going to call the dealership after I get off live to see if it's true, because they said that the R's are only made to order and you can still order 2025s right now. And if that's so, then I'm going to order me one, because that is like my dream bike. That model is the best looking bike ever built in humanity. No bike looks better than that to me. I don't even care how the bike performs. I know it performs decent, but it sounds like any other Ducati with an exhaust on it. So it's not about the sound. It's not about that. It's strictly my favorite bike just because of the way it looked. Like that bike could be the worst performing Ducati of all time, and I would still buy it just because of the way it looks. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, you winning. I wish you the best. Take care. I appreciate you for stopping in. Thank you so much. Listen to that V12 sing. Exactly. That it just sounds so good, bro. Like there's no other car. There's two cars on social media that you'll never get tired of listening to, and that's a GTR and an Aventador, or kind of sort of any of the V12 engines from Lamborghini. So Murcielago, Diablo, Revolto, Aventador, they just all sound so good. I have no clue how long I've been live for. But I'm actually jump off because I'm getting hungry. And I need to call this dealership before they close. Babe, did you see that it was raining earlier? She deep in it. I was saying, did you see that it was raining earlier? Yeah, it was just a cloud that came over the house.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was raining for like 5 minutes and then it went away.
That's crazy. I'm about to do a cosplay video.
Very good. But yeah, get that bike, fam. I'm gonna try to. We'll see what's up. Hopefully it's true what they said. But yeah, I will have the video for you guys up later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning on all the mods on the bike and how much I spent so far on this bike. And yeah, I might be live. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I might do another live tomorrow. I'll bring the Ducati in here, clean it because it's a little dirty as well. Clean that up. I need to give the ZX6 a complete bath because my wife's been neglecting her motorcycle. And I've ridden it twice. I think she's ridden it like 4 or 5 times. And we forget about it because it's mainly a track bike now because she has this bike and I have the Ducati. So I need to like give that like a full bath. So I might do that early in the morning after the gym. And then go on a ride and then come back home, go live with you guys. And make some more content. But I do have to finish editing at least 3 more videos too, so I'll probably be working on those tonight as well. But I appreciate all the love and support, guys. The website, hopefully, if everything goes well, we should have the website up again next week, and we'll have the hoodies and stuff for sale for you guys on there. For the ones that are, we still have some hoodies left over from yesterday. So we'll do that. And then I have some new hoodies in the works right now. My designer is designing the new design that's going to go on the hoodies. And then once I get that, I'll show you guys. And then we'll get them in production. And then we'll have them ready to go. So love you guys. Appreciate all the support. And look out for the video on this bike either tonight or tomorrow. And we'll see you guys mañana. Peace.